one person got in touch with me to say that they had to sit in soaking wet clothes due to incontinence issues that they had in the waiting room of that assessment centre. Is this a system that anyone here can really defend? Is anyone really comfortable with a private provider forcing people to attend these assessments in pain, in worry, to be degraded by the DWP? And of course it is about ideology at the end of the day, isn't it? Because the system, its complexities, its high thresholds, the way employment and support allowance and higher rates of universal credit have been denied to so many people cannot be seen outside of the context of 10 years almost, of austerity and budget cuts, literally taking money from people who are disabled, unwell or dying. And what are the worst consequences of this system, the ultimate results of this brutality? Jodie Whiten lived in Thornaby, not too far away from my constituency, and took her life 15 days after her benefits were stopped for missing a work capability assessment when seriously ill. The independent case examiner found multiple failings on the DWP's part of them, simple cases of them not following their own safeguarding procedures. Her mum, Joy Dove, is campaigning for an independent inquiry into benefit deaths, and I am sure everyone on this side would say all power to her in that campaign. Stephen Smith, 64, who had chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, osteoarthritis and an enlarged prostate that left him in chronic pain, failed a work capability assessment in 2017, which meant that his ESA payments were stopped. Anybody who saw Stephen's emaciated body on social media will have been horrified. Stephen died last Monday. Jeff Hayward, who won his appeal 7 months after his death, had a debilitating skin condition and spent his last 18 months fighting for a fit-for-work decision. Michael O'Sullivan, aged 60, from North London, had a long-term mental health problem, and the coroner found the benefit process was a key trigger to his death. These are the real-life tragedies of a broken system, and I don't think I can bear to hear the Minister get up and say yet again that we should come to them with our individual problems with the system, as his predecessor did, because they are not individual problems. They are systemic failings and a consequence of privatising social security alongside 37 billion worth of welfare cuts. Because let's be honest, this is institutionalised bullying and harassment of sick and disabled people. I have no doubt that administrative ineptitude is part of it, but on this scale, there can be no other conclusion. Deliberately stripping people of their rights to disrupt the welfare state and the very concept of legal entitlement. The government has trodden all over the expectations of citizens that they will be looked after in their hour of need. And for what? To replace the state with private and family provision, to boost the coffers of private insurers and replace legal rights with charity subject to moral judgments of deservedness. When will the government understand that private enterprise and illness are incompatible and inevitably lead to injustices that we see today? And fundamentally, Chair, and on this point I'll close, at a point in life when people are dealing with the stresses of not being in full health, of needing support of their disability or mental health condition, they should not be subject to further stress, degradation and even abuse inflicted on them by the state. For many, their last fight on this earth is not with their illness, but it is with the state. And that fact alone should lead us to scrap this dreadful system. Yeah.